Hope I'm not cross-threading him.
Hey!
So here we go.
A dinosaur is there!
Okay, go grab a dinosaur.
Come on!
Okay, Boo's busy right now.
Hey, look at them like a dinosaur. It's there.
Kids have imagination. Okay. Alright, so the whole idea of this one here is just to get that cylinder head exhaust stud out. So we gotta do this. Alright, I think it's wanting to go in, so I might be able to, yeah, I can do it a little bit by, sort of. No, not really. Change my mind. Everything's gonna be a slow process, sorry. I wish I could go, I could do time lapse, or you guys can always jump. But this is definitely a great resolution. There we go. I want to get, this time I want to get a lot of thread in there. Now we also have a spacer in the bottom too, so I don't know how it's going to work. We might have to do a little bit tightening down. Crush the spacer some more. Just so we can reverse everything, back it out. I feel like it's not, oh yeah. Another situation is it's getting close here where this thinness here, it's going to be almost thickness as my socket, so I might not be able to turn it anymore eventually. So I'm hoping it just goes in pretty, okay, I can twist it like that. I need more thread though, I need more thread or else it's, see right there? I don't have enough thinness to get in there. So what I'm going to do is, maybe I can do this, I can dry this from the very top, but I need to actually get some more. See, it's not really, oh man, I didn't factor in. Okay, see, I got a little bit more now because I pushed down on this. Might be just barely enough for, oh, look, got a little bit more. I wish probably would have been okay without the flange, but I think the flange is what really helps it. I mean, I have 10mm without the flange. I could probably do next time without the flange. But yeah, since we got the spacer there, it's going to be another challenge there. Alright. It's coming. It's coming, giving me more thread. I don't know where it's bringing it from. Yeah, everything's so interlocked.
Stop this. Stop.
Stop this? What's that? Alright. Am I even turning it, or I'm looking at turning it?
Do not play on that thing. Don't touch that.
Okay, so let's go and put the gunmetal one. And let's see if we might, it's gonna be interesting because now we're gonna, it's like almost like the point of no return, because if we drive this in, what's gonna cause is this thing's gonna go deeper into the Naruku one, and we're gonna find out. Now, are we doing this purposely because we don't want to? There's no more slack this can go forward to, so it's actually really interlocked. So there's probably the only choice we really have is to take this whole stud out again, because I can't seem to flex or bend it enough. Or have I really tried? I don't know. I mean, if I could push down on it, maybe I could angle the... I don't think this bar is going to move. I think it's stationary. It's not going to move anymore for us. We call that the engine holder bar. So let me try one more time before we do this, because if I can press this down, I might not be able to get my wrench here or on top in order to move this off. So let me before I go to the extreme here, let me go ahead and, first of all, I gotta loosen this whole project back up. Guess that's what happens when you do things quickly. You gotta quickly remove it. Okay, let's see if I can grip it with this guy real quick. There we go. Slowly but surely he's turning it. It's a little faster for me. Okay, let me go and do this. See if I can turn it by hand. Yep. Get all the pressure off the nut. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna try to actually squeeze it out. If I can lift this off somehow, I might have to. Oh boy, this one's getting tighter. That's okay. That's what our little plier for, to avoid the finger exercise. I wouldn't do this on a flange that we're using permanent. This is just pretty much our, you know, our temporary holder flange. I can always replace these guys. Probably 10 cents on a dollar, so that's okay. When it gets tighter. Yeah, the only reason why we're doing this is to be able to suit up our cylinder shroud, or fan shroud area. Gonna take a little bit of dedication, some time. Alright, that was a 5-minute detour for nothing, huh? But we'll see. I mean, at least we know. Alright, so let's try this again. Okay, you can see here, it's really, I mean, it's just smack right there, you know what I mean? I don't even know why I even mentioned it, but if I lift up like this, and I'm gonna even take out the air filter, we'll see how much more space I can lift up. I think maybe the air filter is the only deal. So let me go ahead and take out the air filter. I mean, the air filter was hard to get into a little bit, but we used a flathead and everything, and it worked just fine for us. Okay, there we go. Tighten. I'm loosening this guy off here. I think it's pretty loose now. We can probably yank it off. Okay, let's go ahead and wiggle them off here. There we go. Look at that. The air filter's off, right? This will save us so much grief if we actually can pull it off. Almost, but it still looked like there's some. Yeah, look at that. That's what happens when you actually think first before you start. You save yourself a tremendous amount of headache. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to get this out of the way. I'm going to have to, it's cable right here. I hooked it onto a throttle cable, just kind of like coat hang it right here. Look at that, beautiful clean. Now what we're going to do is get our shop vac, and we're going to actually, let's see how bad it is inside. Okay, and then filters right here. I would take off this charger, but I want to see how it actually holds really well. There's the charger. And you can see our Canon filter. Someone mentioned to me maybe because I'm getting a really dark oil, it's perhaps maybe my air filter is not clean. This was actually cleaned almost a year ago, and it's been sealed in a bag ever since. Never been used. You can see there's no really dirt, and it's also been properly oiled, Canon official oil and everything. So I don't think my air filter is bringing in dirt, the sludges and everything. I think it's just over time it's never been really cleaned. So you can see here it's very clean. I mean, there's not really anything we can do more for this one. I mean, we could get a vacuum to it, but the valves are already sealed, closed up, and there's no point of getting into it with anything else. I mean, gasoline alone, it cleans it. So the carb buildup is almost an exhaust side only. So let's go and leave this guy down here, but we will wipe him off dry, because gasoline doesn't help lubricate anything. It makes things more dry, if anything. So what we're gonna do is let's go ahead and wipe this down. Keep it dry. In fact, just to prevent it from... Darn it. I think I see something in there. Not sure if you can see that little spatticle too. Probably can't, huh? Yeah, even with the resolution. I don't think it's anything really. But it's pretty solid in there, I think. Yes, it should be okay, I think. Okay, so let's go ahead and do this. Let me just go ahead. Where's the air filter? Let me, before I bring it, let me put this to close this guy real quick. Now that we know he comes in and off pretty easy, there's no need to worry. So let me go and close him up before I bring the fan shroud. And let's go and get the fan shroud ready. And all its nuts and glory. Fan shroud's going on. Okay, so let me go ahead and get the fan shroud real quick here. I'm going to set this somewhere here. You guys can see me come from the top. Let me plant this real quick.
Hey, don't get inside. Come here.
I also put super glue now on the what's called that little rubber legs of his, little boots. And I think that Gorilla Glue did amazing work. Yeah, I think it was like less than 10 seconds. It wouldn't even let me move it around anymore. So it glued his shoes on for it. Okay, let me go and get the fan shroud, prepare it, have it ready. Put it all in there.
Hey, what are you doing? Careful putting it to the line. Maybe don't push anything, go forward. Alright, so we got the fan shroud here. See all the ports, and then the decompression tube. We'll worry about that a little bit later because we really want to test out our oil level before we really start thinking about putting it really on there. Fan shroud should be pretty simple once we get the idea of putting the top and this bottom down compressed. So this is pretty much our top. We're going to cover a time chain and everything. So this is the one we're worried about kind of wiggling it in there. This one's going to come from the very bottom. Also, I got our ram mount for our cup holder. Just want to show you that real quick here. We're going to hopefully install that and see how that goes. Look at that. We got everything and the kitchen cup holder. We might not have the kitchen sink, but we got the kitchen cup holder. I'm sure it's pretty heavy. I don't know what it's going to be like when we actually put it here because this ram mount here is very stable. You can see here it replaces this part. Again, the only thing, remember, to keep holding it is a tooth. So it's going to pretty much come well, we're going to have to flip it around. So it's going to go like this. Sorry, it's getting tangled here. So this is where the cup holder probably would mount. So you can see here, we'll probably put it here, which I think is still pretty awesome because I don't think it'll get in the way of our switch and controllers. Our kill switch, our start. Right there, what do you think? It's pretty cool. That way, if we twist and turn, it's supposed to, you know, like a gimbal, it's supposed to levitate where it's, so it's not that too shabby. So we'll put that there like this. And this will just go over enough, so be interesting. Hopefully the cops don't say anything. We put like a beer can or anything like that in there, but we'll find out. Just kidding, don't drink. So that'd be cool. So that would probably be something we could put maybe toward the end. Alright, so here we go. We're gonna go ahead and prepare our fan shroud. We can get the top one in first, because that's what we're got our intake ready to go for. So let's go and get the fan shroud on the top part. Now it's officially going to be covered up now. Anything Loctite and everything, we will put it on now. we'll put Loctite on the cap. Just give a good blow, make sure everything's out of the way. Okay, so here we go. We're gonna go and hang up this guy again. Look at that, it comes off so easy, and we're gonna make it harder ourselves for no reason at all. Just took out the intake. Took out the because every carburetor is going to be different. The CVK one, we definitely had to remove it because it wouldn't even give us any slack even without the K&N filter. Okay, so here we go. Let's set this guy here to rest. And we did try to see if we can modify any way possible to cut it, make it fit better, and there was just really no way. So let's go ahead and get this guy slammed down in here. Am I missing something? Oh yeah. This thing needs to almost, there we go, punch down, huh? Oh, don't work, just give it a punch. Alright, so we're ready just to go and put in our manifold. Now before I do that, I just want to just kind of do a final wipe of this guy here, because I don't want any of the gasoline or anything to dry up our plastic, leaving it there. I do want a little oil, lube oil, but it's okay. In fact, you know what? We should put a little lube oil here, you know what I mean? This guy right here is going to take a lot of, you know, heat, pressure, and everything like that. So let's give him a little bit of mystery oil. Or even a little bit, well, motor oil shouldn't really get into it.
Hey, Dad, come here.
Yeah. This thing smells delicious. I wouldn't drink it though. I would not drink it. This is not something you want to drink.
Not that one.
Okay, but it just smells like great peppermint aftershave. Okay, I'm just gonna take the cap and just kind of get my finger in there. That's it, just a little bit, whatever I need. Okay, and then what I'm gonna do, it's almost the same filter lube here. Okay, so you can see, oh shoot, I'm turning the float bowl, so you might see some gasoline spill. Alright, just a little bit more. Cap wasn't tilted over to the bottom, that's why. Alright, there we go. So, there we go. A little, or even some motor oil if you have that. Probably this thing will probably vaporize because it's just a fuel additive. But it'll keep the O-ring from cracking, supposedly. So we'll see.
Oh, here's my lotion.
So give it a blow.
Hey, Dad, come bring it here. Hurry up.
Okay, we're gonna go back and get this guy on here. Oh, get him off the hanger. Don't want to rip our PWK cable.
Hurry up.
Now once we clamp him down, you're gonna see it's gonna put pressure more on the housing here. See? That's what I was talking about. Now to prevent vibration, we will go and put some blue Loctite on this, and we'll put that lug nut back on there. It's on the battery here, right? So let me go ahead and get these acorn nuts here ready to go. We're gonna put some blue Loctite.
Pick it up. Drop it. Pick up. Over there.
What are you doing?
How you do okay?
I'm up here.
Hey, that's
All right.
let them throw along. Put it nicely. Count it.
Mama!
All right, here we go.
Come here. Mama! I need help.
So what you want to do is you want to put a little bit on the thread.
Get some.
Well, I probably want to. I just don't really want to put it. There we go. See, a little bit on the edge only. Just enough here to. It will carry over to all the rest of the thread. Put some more on here. Look at that, our never-ending Loctite. Never used to open a new one since we got this almost a year ago. That's how much. Okay, there we go. Put a cap on it or else it'll keep coming. God, this thing lasts forever. That's why I'd like to get the dielectric grease this side. These are just perfect to really apply for a small engine application like ours.
Give me 2 cars.
So here we go. We're gonna go ahead and get this on here. Let's go and get the socket, drive them by hand first, make sure. Oh, get the right socket. This is 8mm. I'm supposed to drive our hose clamp for. There we go. Can you imagine I spent all day trying to get the stud out when I could have just pulled it off like that? That's why I think sometimes it's good to know things a little bit shorter. Okay, then we want to torque this. What we want to do is torque it probably to about 7 foot-pounds because it's still a M6 thread size. So 84 inch-pounds. Okay, I'm just going to tighten as much as I can. Not really much, but we'll let the torque wrench do the rest. I'm just kind of tighten until I can't really tighten no more, like with 2 fingers. Okay, now I'm going to hit a torque. I'm going to torque this. Alright, so here we go. We're going to go and get this torque down. Get the adapter here for length. Okay. Wow, you're strong. There we go. We're going to go and give it a torque, 10mm. Wow, you're even stronger, Nathan. Here we go. You hear it? Can I click in a second? Oh, let's make sure this is 84. Yeah, it's 84. It's been left at 84. See there? 8 and 4. So we're good there. 84. Oh my gosh, 2 hours and 34 minutes. I never see this thing record that long before the battery. Okay, now we haven't heard it click yet, so we'll still keep going. There we go. First click, second click, just to make sure. Just to double check. That's it. So that's our 7 foot-pound torque there. We're probably going to use that torque for everything. Yeah, let's go ahead and put it in the car. They're gathering up some fruits and vegetables there. You can see them. There they are right there. They're just praising how strong they are. Child labor at its finest, folks. Helping their mom. Okay, here we go. Alright. Okay, so this is manual choke, which we don't have to worry about yet. But yeah, so these are good. So we got that there. That was it. That was the only thing that was holding us back from being able to clamp this whole fan shroud down was the top intake manifold. So that one's there. Let's go and put back our K&N filter right away because we don't want any, air, open air to get dirty inside. So let me just make sure everything looks good. All right, so I'm gonna go and get it back on there. Yeah, blow any bad debris. Okay, again, this is going to be a little bit of a struggle to get into it like we did last time, but we will be able to because we did it before. Okay, so what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to rearrange it in a way that we can. There. Oh, actually, you know what? It looked like it got back looser. Like, yeah, I've been through here before. I'll do it again for you. Look, it actually pre-loosens for us already, so we're good. Maybe the oil, maybe not, I don't know. But yeah, so far it's so good. Alright, so let's go and get this guy. For once we got a break in life. Alright, so let's go and get this guy squared away. Tighten him down. Okay, so, break in life, right? We got this opposite side where we wanted to. Let's get him off of it. Flip him around. Alright, now we go. Now watch, it's going to give us a hard time. No, we'll see. Maybe he won't again. Maybe we got lucky on that first aim. No, it actually pretty loosens for us. I'll be darned. Now we could probably twist this any angle we want to make sure it has the best angle. You can curve up or curve down. Get away from the heat of our, what do you call that? Our starter motor. So let's see what's the best way to clear it. Let me see here. I'm thinking it's just the same either way. Oh, this one's coming out, so this definitely does not this angle. So it has to be maybe this right here. Yeah, the cannon is completely upside down, but at least it's pointing upward away from. We'll have to put something to cover this because normally there should be a thing, but since our tires are fatter, I might not be able to actually cover this. So I'm hoping I could probably even turn it like this way, but yeah, the cannon somewhat, but it's going down, hitting our thing. So it's probably the best way would be the highest point.
That's why you drop all that stuff here. Look,
There you
can't
go.
close the door.
There we go. This is probably the best point right here where it kind of inclines up a little bit. Let's show you what I'm talking about. See that? If I turn it anymore, the nose here will face toward the starter motor. So that's probably not what I'm looking for. So there it goes. Now this one's high enough off the starter motor heat and everything. Because these things can get burnt. Okay, now we can go ahead and tighten it down. So this is good. Now again, when you want to tighten down, you want to bring this closer to the edge. Wipe all the little debris. I can probably take a blower and blow on it. I'll do that afterwards. Get all the little spaticles that we're looking for. Gonna try. Now I might need to turn it outward a little bit just to get in more. It's got to be a good equal flush here. You want it to flush, just give it a little bit, but not a lot. So let me go and tighten down first as much as I can, and then we can go ahead and adjust it. Where is... There's my socket there. Okay, so what I'm going to do is all the dust here is being blown, so glad that we've sealed everything up. Let me go ahead and get that socket on here. Where is that socket? Well, I want the extension. Okay, I was using it on the torque, Okay, so let's, these ones here, you can hand tighten it, just don't go too extreme. So just kind of know where you're at on that one. It should be fine. You don't need to torque that one. If you were to torque it, I would probably do no more than probably 5 foot-pounds. They're just to hold the rubber onto the metal. There we go. Righty-tighty, I believe. Okay. Now we start rearranging this to where we want it to. Come out, come out. Huh. This looks good. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and put that in there. Oh, sorry. I want to come up a little bit. I think it's in a good horizontal position, but I always want to be better. So let me try and unloosen it and tilt it upward a little bit. Or bring the bolt upward. Sorry. Can't even see what I'm probably doing, but I can see it. There we go. Now that's too high up. I think this is probably about right. If I even need to, I could probably get a leveler. That's how crazy I am about my bolts. I want it to line up like this, like this. I even want all the flatheads to face a certain direction. You can see here. Just like things consistent. There we go. I want to put force down, so I'm holding the base of it to make sure it doesn't go down. And keep an eye out on that. Okay, there we go. Let's squeeze right there. It's not twisting nowhere. Just to make sure, keep that guide level with all the rest of my flat heads. Has still some room for it to do that. See, 1, 2, 3. They're all facing horizontally like this. Very nice. And we didn't even have to take this guy off, so I'm very happy. Just make sure you give it a jiggle. It should not come loose at all. Our cable's good. We can tie strap that down. We're going to go and bolt the rest of this fan shroud. You're going to come to the other side and see. I think I have to clear it on this side first, this bottom here. So let's go ahead and focus on clearing this bottom real quick here. It looks really nice. The fan shroud adds some nice darkness to it. Everything's just been well maintained and kept, so I'm glad I didn't have to get another fan shroud. If I did, it wouldn't be so expensive, but you know, why break something and try to fix it, right? So the idea is to prove more on it. So let me go ahead and find out where's the bottom fan shroud. Oh, there it is. I had it sitting on top here. Okay, this is where it's going to face the exhaust. And again, you didn't see me put any blue Loctite on there because there wasn't any reason. So let's go and come back down here. And let's get started on together and installing the bottom fan shroud. So we're doing little by little each day. That's what it's going to take, you know. Make sure we don't rush it. In fact, if I was trying to do this the same day I installed the oil cooler, I would say forget it. It was just so much work already putting this on, you could tell. And to be able to rearrange it differently was a little too much for me. Let me make sure this needs to be wherever it needs to be. This is loose, which is fine, but I want to make sure this is balanced. Did we move this anyway, or? I didn't think so, right? Okay, so this is fine. Just feels like a little bit more crooked, but then again, I might not seeing it right. Let's see. Where's that? Because it looks fine. Looks like it's level. Just looks like it's slanted this way more, only because my eye is here. That's probably the reason. Okay, let's go back and go ahead and put that fan shroud on the very bottom. There we go. You can see it here. Try to get through all the areas here. Okay, so we're gonna put the bottom fan shroud here. That should clamp on. We're gonna probably put a little bit above our hose here, and then I believe there is a crack area which we need to fix eventually. The shape of the fan shroud here, this one right here, is facing the cylinder head, and this one's going to be grabbing sort of all the way to the base. So this right here, this side, and this one's going. So let's do that. Let's go and put that in here like this. Okay. So we got that there. Everything looking good. Okay, so we should get our bolts and prepare it. In fact, we need to get some Allen bolts. We're about to change a few here and there. Or let's see, we can. Do my best here. See, this is where I'm at right here on this guy, this side. Unbelievable! Almost 3 hours of recording. This battery thing is amazing, guys. I have not yet had to go get the extension cord to power the phone. I mean, this is amazing. I mean, it looks like I didn't even realize I can actually record 3 hours straight. So you're like, great, thanks. It's cool. I hope you guys get some value out of this. If not, I'd rather be just doing this quickly. So I like sharing. So I always like to watch other people's YouTube as well and learn from them. Alright, here we go. Sorry, give me 1 second. Trying to get here. There we go. Almost. Okay, so we're going to try to get Allen bolts here. I think I remember which one it was, but we'll see if we can get Allen bolts for that one. All right, let's get this guy clamped somewhat. He's probably going to take us to this part right here. Needs to probably bend in and out. So
It's gonna come in and out, kind of. There, it should snap in a good way, right? Okay, so there we go. We can push this guy alignment, get an Allen bolt for him, keep his side of the bargain. I think this might be in a loop here. Okay, I push that little, remember that little clip? So I'm pushing it right now. It's not going to close fully, we understand that. But we can at least get the Allen bolts or whatever socket this is going to take, and we can drive it in there now. So let me go and find that bolt for it.
Put it down here. Come on, let me break it.
So you remember, this is the clip I was talking about here. I did get it clipped a little bit, but not all the way. But you want to make sure that this area here too, it's actually in and not out. So you can see here, this is where it broken off. Like all the areas that broken off doesn't look like it really is going to cause any, you know, major leak issue or anything like that, because they're usually open anyway, open in areas. But we can still try to fix it because I still have those scraps. Okay, so you can see here, this is not fully all the way in where it should be. So what I'm going to do is just kind of go ahead and get my hand in there and wiggle it in more. Or lift whatever it needs to be lifted, because it needs to come around, and there we go. There we go. Now it's flushing in. See that? The same thing with the rubber boot. When you put it in here, it protects all this little area that maybe the, you know, the air will get out. But if you look at right here, nothing but air holes anyway. So I don't know if that really matters, because the way it's designed is not really closure, but I guess it's hoping to block air from being pushing out toward the front wastefully and keeping the air cycling to the whole engine head and cylinder. But again, all these are nothing but, you know, rails of bit holes. You can see they're just open vent holes. So I guess to some it might make a difference, who knows. But let's go ahead and get that screw correctly on there, and we're going to try swap them out with some Allen screw. I did put all my screw bolt collections together to be able to get an idea of what we're dealing with. So here we go. So I believe all our CBT ones here in this area here. So we can find all the bolts that are relating to this one, Allen bolt ones. We should be good. So let me find out real quick here. See which one is doable and which one's not. So we're gonna go ahead and get our bolt collection here. Where is it? There we go. Okay, we're gonna bring these ones just in case. I heard that the CBT cover might actually do well with this. Oh, by the way, I actually found the right washer for them. I always had it all along. I didn't realize it, of course, like everything. But here, I'll show you. So you can see here the CBT cover. It takes this size, right, to be able to get the washer. And I actually had it here the whole time, but I didn't realize I had it in black, which is awesome, because that would match the Benjing quite nicely. I don't know about the NCY one, but the Benjing one, being a black clutch bell and all, would have been perfect for it right here. Well, if I can get this clap open. Oh man, this one's, wow, it's tough in there. But yeah, you look at that right there. I believe these ones will fit it. In fact, let me, yeah. Oh, no, it barely. Oh, well, let's see if this one's actually this one looks way bigger, right? So this one would definitely fit it. Look, see. So maybe in our next move, when we take this off, we'll swap if these clutches are old. So if this one works on this one, we can even put also on our replacement washer if we need to for our engine. So far, no engine oil drip. See, so we're good. And this has been in there for 24 hours already. So still specking the lines, making sure our hose clamp and everything's good shape. But yeah, these fit. I believe I might have several of them, really. Yeah, I got quite a bit of them, almost like 4 or 5. So I have plenty here for all 2 of the CVT units.
one for this oil here, we need to, and then another one here for the, let's say, this flywheel stator side. So we'll see if we can actually need to use these in the future. But yeah, they're right there. Yeah, these are penny washers. They're just huge diameter, but they're not big enough opening. So let's find out what that bolt is. That's what we got here for, right? Put these guys. I definitely is not going to be any M8 size. It's going to be M6 diameter thread, and I'm not sure if it's taking this guy right here. Just gonna find out real quick. I don't remember it. That's the thing. Way too long. It will actually hit our variator easily. Even at the, well, it will still be useful, but it's getting close here. You can almost see how close it is to the variator. Yeah, that's definitely not going to be it. More than likely, it might be this guy. Gotta consider also that you want to actually have an open. Maybe see this right here. They make them two ways. Normally, you should have a little clean slit here, because there's no need for thread, because these things right here are hollow. They are aluminum bushing or metal bushing to help reinforce the plastic, but there's no thread in them. So more than likely you need to use actually these ones right here, like these right here. This is great. I'm really happy with the boarding time. I mean, there's 3 hours here. Why? Yeah, he's not gonna hurt you. He's your doggy. Okay, here it goes. So this is probably the one, but we can always figure this out once we actually get this in here. Oh, let me go ahead. Yeah, 3 hours of recording. I'm getting the jitters. Okay, here we go. What's wrong?
A doggy.
Okay, yeah, it's fine. Okay, so here you go. You can see here, this guy right here will actually work. He doesn't even come close to the surface of that. It's like halfway only. Doesn't even peek his head out. So this guy will make it through the thread here, and that's it. He just dies out on his own right there. So this is the size we want, and it is an M6, seems like. So let's see if we have something like this guy here hanging out, and then we can even probably give him a washer too. I think, no, this is more like M4. Let's see if we have them. Okay, this is a flat one. I wish I had it a little bit more sorted individual. I was trying to compact it to all in one tray, and that's what I did here. Yeah, these ones are too small. They are like M5 if anything. So we'll keep trying. Okay, go, go, go. No playing in here. Okay, so more than likely we'll probably have to. So these are M6 we have, but they're freaking small, right? You can see they will fit, but they're just too small for this application. And what we really want is, you know, I'll even try to sell for these guys here if they have the length, but unfortunately I don't see it right now. So we might not be able to use them. So if that's the case, then we'll settle back on this guy. Unless there's something more buried here. Let me dig in, see, investigate. Yeah, these guys aren't the biggest one. Nope, that's definitely it. So yeah, they're only going up to M5. I remember now. So that won't do it. None of these will. They're great for other applications, but not this one right here. So let's go ahead and just bolt this guy back on, put him some brand new blue thread locker, and just get him in there. But first, let's get an angle where we can actually start threading him in right away, because I remember he was a little difficult because we have to actually twist and turn our angle of our screw a little bit. So let's make sure he's there. I think he's still I believe it's M8 socket. So this, what? M10? Oh, it's M8. This is M8, 8mm. 8mm socket on the thread is M6. So let's go ahead and put some blue Loctite on them, get them in here, and Where is the tripod? Is it behind me, forward me, or do I have it hanging somewhere that I forgot? There he is. He was in a low position. Okay, let's get him back here. I can probably do it easier now. You can see me. Try to thread him in. Okay, so this one's ready to be locked down now that it's actually secure from that one side. I'm gonna put some blue Loctite on here, even though it's a red tube still. A lot of people can use red Loctite and get away with it. I just prefer blue. It doesn't seem. I think red Loctite will be stronger, but for the majority of your applications, I think you're safer with blue Loctite. Just in case, like me, you have to take it off and troubleshoot. You know, you don't have to figure out too much strength. Our never-ending blue Loctite to the rescue again. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and try to make sure we level them up because we don't want to waste our red Loctite. I mean our blue Loctite on misalignment here. I think we probably it's still missing alignment in it. We'll do our best here. This is gonna be a little tight squeeze. Okay, so this one's going in. No, the battery will cold. You don't want to hammer with battery. Go get a hammer. The battery is not going to last long with that.
You hammer this one, please.
Yeah, go get a hammer.
Why?
Well, you want to hammer a poor worm to death. You want to get the right tool. What are you grinding him for? Alright, so I'm going to come over here. Alright, girl. I'm sure it'll actually come into the thread. Oh, look at that. I can adjust it once I actually get this far. Alright, so. Alright, now it's time to drive them in. I'm going to almost need extension with extension. Alright, let's see here. Wow, this is going to be a lot tighter. Or I could do without the extension maybe and just bring it into here. But I'm not even sure that even this will let me. Okay, let's see here. See this right here? The head part looks like it's blocking me. Horrible. Horrible. Either that or I need a super long extension. So let me figure where my other socket is. I just wish I had one right now on top. Let me pull this guy out here. See if I can. I'll probably need like an M8 that's long, and then with this extension it might work to be able to drive it. So let me go and find a longer M8. I think I had one in here. Not M10, but M8 one that was long. What's this one here? 3/8. I think this is it right here. No, it's probably M10. Yeah, I need something long like this, plus the extension. I thought I always had one here. Without the extension, I had an M8 that was long enough. Then I can use that to go forward. Because there's no way of getting to this guy other than maybe side drive, and that's way too long to try to help align here. So let me go and find that drive, because I know this is great, but I need also that longer M8. So let me try to find that socket. I might have it loosely hanging around somewhere. I'll need that for sure. The sun's about to give up on us, so we'll try to get everything squared out before the sun goes down. Usually gives it about an hour for this, so let me go ahead and see if I can get it from here. Kind of glue this. Oh, there it goes. No, it's not, but I think this is actually a good extension too, but there it is, look. Way there. I had it. I knew I had it. Look at that beauty. It's gonna do the trick. Look how long that is. Knew I had all the right tools. Just need to go grab it. Alright. So let's go and get started back. I'm gonna put it over here, get out of your way. Okay. What is that? Kind of crooked, huh? Let me put this back in my tool area. Did I bring my driver over there too and not know it? Now I have my driver right here. Alright, so this is a great extension. Look at that. I can go anywhere I want to. It's got lined it now. Look at that. Beautiful. Thank goodness for extension. Couldn't do it without you. First of all, let me take it off the socket driver. I can probably start aligning it. Once I feel it going in.